Why did the prototype kill Huggy Wuggy in Poppy Playtime Chapter 5? At first glance, it might seem confusing. Huggy Wuggy isn't weak, he's strong, fast, and terrifying. But if we look closely at the story, the answer becomes clear. The clues are scattered across the chapters. Let's start with Chapter 3. Here, we meet Catnap, another creation of Playtime Company. He tried, and failed, to stop us multiple times. 3, maybe even 4 attempts, and yet, he couldn't succeed. In the end, the prototype stepped in and eliminated Catnap without hesitation. That tells us something important. The prototype doesn't fail. It finishes what needs to be finished. Now, Huggy Wuggy had his own chances. 2 or 3 moments where he could have killed us, but he didn't. He fell to the last floor, exhausted and vulnerable. And that's where the prototype gave him a second chance. A brutal one. During this encounter, the prototype even took one of Huggy's hands in the process. That wasn't mercy, it was a warning. By this time, Huggy wasn't like he was in Chapter 1. Back then, he acted on instinct, sometimes hesitating. But now, after everything he's been through, he's more determined than ever. He knows that if he fails again, the prototype won't give him another chance. The stakes are higher than ever. But here's where it gets interesting. Just when Huggy was on the verge of completing his attack, Kissy enters the scene. Huggy makes a split-second decision, he switches sides. He joins Kissy. And that's the critical moment. The prototype calculates the risk. If Huggy keeps going against him, he's a threat. But now, if he doesn't act, Huggy might survive, and the others, Kissy and the rest, could kill Huggy anyway. So, the prototype doesn't act out of hatred. It doesn't act because Huggy is weak. It acts because Huggy switched sides. Huggy went against him, and in the cold logic of the prototype, that's a problem that must be solved, permanently. It's a chilling moment in the story, showing just how strategic and ruthless the prototype is. Huggy Wuggy represents chaos, the old way, instinct over logic. The prototype represents control, calculation, and the future. And in Playtime Company, the future doesn't tolerate betrayal. So, there it is. The prototype killed Huggy Wuggy not because he failed or was weak, but because he made a choice that went against it. He switched teams, and in a world where survival depends on logic and calculation, that choice was fatal. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe. Join my Discord through the link in the channel description, and let me know in the comments if you want a video about who would win, the prototype or Doughy the Dough Man. Trust me, that one's going to be wild.